One day you put your child to bed for the last time, and you won't know it was the last. A Roman named Seneca built his whole philosophy on noticing that kind of loss before it happens.
Hi, I'm Bruno, a dad of three, no expert, just chasing a bit of wisdom before the clock runs out. If you're on the same road, subscribe and walk with me.
Somewhere ahead of us is the last time we will carry a child to bed. Not a tragedy, just growth doing its quiet arithmetic. One night, the carry happens for the final time, and nobody in the house knows it. And the next night, the child walks up on their own. Seneca built a whole philosophy on exactly this kind of loss, the kind that announces nothing. His first letter to a young friend opens not with doctrine, but with an audit. Where do the hours actually go? He'd already noticed what every parent eventually learns. Time doesn't live in dramatic exits. It lives in unnoticed subtractions. This episode is his letter, read the way he meant it, as a warning delivered early enough to matter. Nothing, Lucilius, is ours except time. We were entrusted by nature with the ownership of this single thing, so fleeting and slippery that anyone who will can oust us from possession. What fools these mortals be! They allow the cheapest and most useless things, which can easily be replaced, to be charged in their reckoning. But they never regard themselves as in debt when they have received some of that precious commodity, time. And yet, time is the one loan which even a grateful recipient cannot repay. Seneca, translated by Richard Mott Gummere. Seneca's claim is sharper than "don't waste time." He says time is the only thing we ever actually owned. Everything else, the house, the job title, the body itself, is on loan from fortune, and fortune can call any loan back without notice. Time alone was entrusted by nature to us. And then comes the observation that makes the latter sting 20 centuries later. We guard the loans and give away the possession. We lock the car, insure the house, password protect and the accounts, and let anyone and anything walk off with an afternoon. Seneca sorts the losses into three kinds: time snatched from us by obligation, time stolen by others, and the one he calls most shameful, time that simply leaks away while we're not looking. No thief required. Nobody takes the evening, it just goes unaccounted. Somewhere between the couch and the scroll and the "in a minute" that becomes bedtime. His remedy opens the latter. Hold every hour in your grasp. Keep accounts. Not because hoarding hours is the goal, but because nobody protects what they haven't noticed they own. Seneca names three ways an hour dies. Some hours are snatched: the obligations, the commute, the meeting that could have been an email. Fortune takes those, and we can't stop her. Some are stolen by other people's emergencies, other people's noise. But the third kind he calls the most shameful, because there's no thief to blame. The hours that slip away unnoticed, unattended, unaccounted. Run tonight's autopsy honestly. The children were home for 5 hours. Subtract the snatched: dinner, logistics, the work call that followed everyone home. Subtract the stolen: the group chat, the doorbell. Now find the leaked: the 40 minutes nobody can explain, standing in the kitchen, phone in hand, nearly by, never quite present. Seneca's ledger has one column that matters: hours actually spent where we actually were. Nobody steals a family even in one heist. It goes in coins. Your child is mid-sentence about something enormous to them, a playground injustice, an elaborate build in a game, and the phone buzzes. One glance, 2 seconds, barely counts. Seneca's letter is ruthless about exactly this arithmetic. We let people take the cheapest and most useless things from us easily, he says, and the glance feels cheap. That's its disguise. But the child saw the eyes leave. The sentence loses its nerve. Mid-story, they learn their narration has a competitor, and they rank themselves accordingly. 2 seconds, priced honestly, cost the story. and enough 2 seconds cost the telling of stories altogether. An experiment tonight, one conversation, phone in another room. Notice how long the sentences get. There's a strange doctrine of ownership underneath this letter. The Stoics divided everything into what is ours and what is merely with us, and put almost everything in the second column. The house on loan, the position on loan, health, reputation, the people we love most, entrusted, not owned, returnable without notice. This sounds bleak until we watch what it does to an ordinary evening. The person who assumes decades treats night to night as a rounding error, skippable, repeatable, infinite in supply. The person who knows tonight is borrowed reads to a child slower. Nothing morbid is required, just accuracy. Seneca isn't trying to frighten anyone, he's correcting an inventory error. We've been filling our evenings under owned, unlimited, when they belong under borrowed, term unknown. Accuracy, turns out, looks a lot like tenderness. Look at what gets a calendar invite in our lives. The 10 a.m. status meeting, protected, bounded, do not disturb. If someone barges into it, we apologize to the room. Now look at what never gets an invite. The child's bedtime, the 20 minutes of reading, the Saturday morning kickabout. Those run unprotected, interruptible by any buzz, any errand, anyone's quick question. Seneca watched Romans do the same thing. Guard the trivial with fences, leave the precious in the open. The fix is almost embarrassingly administrative. Give the evening the meeting's status. An entry that says occupied. A phone that's genuinely elsewhere. Not because family time needs bureaucracy, because in an attention economy, whatever has no boundary is, by definition, up for grabs. Pascal, reading his Seneca 16 centuries later, gave the leak a name: divertissement. Diversion, the lifelong project of never sitting quietly in a room. We fill Saturdays with errands that could wait, evenings with feeds that don't nourish, and call it busy. But Pascal's diagnosis is darker and kinder. Diversion isn't laziness, it's flight. Unstructured hours with our own children can be strangely confronting. Nothing to optimize, nothing to check off, just presence, unmediated. And so we reach for the phone the way a nervous swimmer reaches for the wall. Seneca's letter and Pascal's fragment agree on the remedy: stop fleeing. Sit in the room, the boredom passes in minutes. And what's underneath it, the actual child, the actual evening, was the thing we were working all week to afford, isn't it? Here's the line this channel exists to say in Seneca's terms. Children cannot receive what we plan to give them someday, they can only receive what we spend on them now. And the spendable thing, the only one that was ever truly yours, is ours. And estate transfers at the end. Time transfers tonight, at the table, on the floor, in the 20 minutes before sleep. Seneca's 4 words are a parent's entire syllabus. Nothing is ours except time. Spend it where it compounds. The hours our parents spent on us can't be repaid to them. The years are gone. They can't be handed back up the line. Seneca calls time the loan that can never be returned. And families are where the loan, thus, its strangest, kindest thing. It only pays forward. The bedtime stories we received become the ones we read. The patience spent on our scraped knees becomes the patience we spend at homework meltdowns. Gratitude to the generation above us has exactly one working currency: transmission to the generation below. An idea worth saying out loud some evenings. Name 1 hour someone once spent with us. Then go spend its twin. Heraclitus said no one steps in the same river twice. Fresh waters are always flowing in. Parents live that line more literally than anyone. Scroll back through the photos of any phone. The 2-year-old in them no longer exists. The 4-year-old replaced her, then vanished in turn. Each version of a child is passing away quietly while we watch, replaced by someone taller who remembers being the earlier one. There is Well, this is not a sad thought, it's an accurate one, and accuracy changes conduct. The parent who knows tonight's version of the child is temporary, this laugh, this mispronunciation, this weight on the shoulders, attends differently. Seneca would call it living by single days. We are always saying goodbye to a version of them. Better to have been there for it, so pay attention. Count the summers left before they leave home, 18 minus their age. Feel the jolt. Then stop counting, says Seneca, and start attending. Nobody guards what they assume is infinite. The number isn't for framing, it's for waking. This summer is already running. Where did last Tuesday evening actually go? Can you account for even 1 hour of it? I genuinely want to know. Tell me in the comments. If this gave you something, subscribe. That's how Roots and Reasons keeps going. Thank you.